Happy 4th of July, everybody. This is the Goofsome Fox coming at you with a new testing video here. And today we'll be taking a look at the new banner suit, the Mezzer Type-F02. So yeah, we do have another Mezzer variant here from Hathaway's Flash. And yeah, we're going to jump right into it here. So the Mezzer Type-F02 is a 650 cost raid. Unlike the Mezzer F01 here, which is a general, yeah, we now have a raid variation now. For your stats here, I should mention again, you are a 650 cost raid, you are compatible on both ground and space. And for your mobile suit stats here, you have a mobile suit HP of 23,000. You have 23 ballistic, 26 beam, and 29 melee resistance, so looks like you have some really good resistances there. You have 31 range strength and 34 melee strength, so pretty balanced in the strengths there. You have 140 movement speed, 230 top speed, 80 thrust gauge, and 72 turning speed. And for your part slots, you have 21 close, 19 mid, and 8 long range slots. And for your other stats here, you do have a melee priority of 3 being a raid type. You have ground compatibility, meaning you have extra benefits for using this suit on ground maps. And you are a 3-star. So yeah, already looks like a pretty strong start for this suit here. Let's take a look at the weapons here. So first we have the Mezzer large beam rifle. I do believe this is the same beam rifle that the regular Mezzer uses. And this is going to be an ammo type beam rifle with 2,550 power, with 8 ammo and 450 range. And yeah, lacks focus fire, but fire suppressive beams. Next you have the Mezzer Beam Saber. Again, I believe this is the same beam saber that the regular Mezzer, I should say not the regular, but the F01 uses. And that's going to be 2,750 power with a 2 seconds cooldown. So yeah, shorter cooldown than average for most beam sabers, which is a really nice thing to always have. Next you have the F02 Vulcan gun. This is going to be 100 power, 30 ammo, and 200 range. And yep, those are going to be your head-mounted Vulcans. Next, you're going to have the Mine Layer unit. This is 1,500 power, with 20 ammo and 10 meter range. And I assume this is going to work the same way as the mines on the F01 work. So yeah, you do have the mine unit carrying over here, which is also a really nice weapon, especially paired with the skills that the F01 has. So we'll have to see if that carries over to this suit. You do have a new weapon here, being the Mezzer Large Beam Rifle Rapid. That's going to be 800 power with 12 ammo and 400 range. I believe this is a new weapon. I don't think the General has a rapid fire beam rifle to my knowledge. It's going to be something I'll have to double check here. Next you have the Grenade Missile. I should just look here. Beam rifle sub-weapon with adjusted output for suppression and pursuit. So yeah, rapid fire version there. You have the Grenade Missile. This is a ballistic weapon with 1,800 power and 1 ammo. Single fire, but has a wide blast radius, useful for stopping mobile suit, and it staggers an enemy on hit. So you do have a staggering weapon here. Next you have the 36mm Phalanx ×2. This is the shield, like sort of machine gun that this suit has. That's going to be 170 power, with 80 ammo and 275 range. And then finally, you have the Mezzer Type-F02 shield. This is a large side shield, or large size shield, messing up the wording there, with a shield HP of 7,000. So yeah, you do have a shield with the suit, which is really nice, and yeah, it looks like you have a nice loadout of weapons here. Moving to the skills here, we have Leg Shock Absorber level 3, Assault Booster level 3, Emergency Evasion System level 1, so you do have a dodge roll with the suit. You have Flight Control Program level 4. You have the V-Tail Stabilizer skill. This is something that the F01 also came with, which basically, to put it simply, it kind of gives this suit its own unique version of flight. Something that was unique only to the F01, but now the F02 has it. So, yeah, seeing the return of this skill here. You have Anti-Blast Stabilizer, High Performance Balancer, Aerial Melee System, so weapons supporting this skill lets you use a melee attack in midair, so you can use that with the Beam Saber. You have High Spec AMBAC level 2, you have Maneuver Armor level 3, so that's going to be really good for this suit here. You have Melee Combo Controller level 2, so you do have 3 attacks with your melee. You have Force Injector level 3, Shield Break Stance Mastery. That means when your shield gets destroyed, you will not get staggered, which is something I've mentioned in previous videos, is something that raids have been getting a lot of recently, but also just still a nice thing to see. You have the Special Right Shoulder Armor Buffer, level 2. You have the Waist Special Cushioning, level 3. And you have Special Leg Buffer, level 3, which, yeah, seems like the suit is going to need some leg buffers, because I probably noticed that in comparison to the F01, the F02 does have some bulkier legs, so, yeah, interesting design there. And now we looked at everything for the stats and weapons. Just gonna have the mobile suit explanation up here. As usual, slowly go through here in case anyone wants to pause and read through it. And yeah, without further ado, let's take it to port base and see what we're working with this suit here. Looking at the stats, it kind of looks like it's a very general purpose raid. From what I'm seeing here, like, you know, it's not really doesn't seem like it's anything too big or unique for this suit. Again, lots of things that seem to have... Okay, well, it hovers. That's already new. Okay. So we have a hovering Messer here. That's actually looks really cool. I like that. So yeah, that explains the larger legs. Yeah, it does look like you have a really quick boost speed. So yeah, already looks like a pretty good start here, a pretty good mobile raid. And starting off with the beam rifle, got some drift though. Yeah, starting off with the beam rifle instant stun. Yeah, pretty standard instant stun weapon here. As expected, you're gonna do more damage to the supports. And let's see what we have for the melee pattern if they changed it. Looks like your neutral and sides are the same. For the downswing, looks like they gave it a pretty normal downswing. I don't think this is what the original Mezzer had. I think the Mezzer may have had something like a sliding downswing. I have not played the General in quite a bit, so again, I might be getting some of this wrong in terms of the F01, but yeah, I don't remember it having this style of downswing. And yeah, that looks like it does some pretty hefty damage. Yeah, over 4,500 to 8 supports. And if you're quick enough, you can obviously follow that up with another quick attack. Just boost in. And again, you have a shorter cooldown with this as well, so yeah, definitely going to be able to follow up a lot more with that one. Next we have the head-mounted Vulcans. It has a slow fire rate, but does look like it fires, or not really fires, but it stuns fairly quickly. Next we have the Mine Unit. And yeah, this looks like this operates pretty much like the Mezzer FO1s, where it's just able to drop them. And when you're using the V-Tail Stabilizer, they should drop a lot quicker. So yeah, it's going to be something to see with this here. But yep, the mines are pretty good to use. I'm pretty sure you can use them, yeah, while boosting. So, yeah, very neat weapons you have here. Next I want to move on to the rapid fire beam rifle. See how many shots this fires. Okay, so it does look like it fires in a 3-round burst, and looks like it recovers fairly quickly as well, so that's a really neat thing there. Let's wait for the Hama Hama to spawn back in, so we can see what we can get for a stun here. And yeah, it looks like it does take 2 bursts in order to get a stun, which really isn't too bad for this suit here. Next we have the grenade missile. Let's see what this does. So yeah, it looks like a pretty standard instant stun, but also has a really fast looking reload. Is this a tracking missile? Nope, that looks like it's just a pretty normal missile, so yeah, very neat thing to have here. Let's see if we can get a look at the blast radius. And yeah, pretty good blast radius, but I mean those suits were standing kind of close, but let's see, we'll do one more here just to kind of get a better look. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good blast radius to work with there. And then we have the phalanx in the shield here. I'm pretty sure this is pretty much the same phalanx that the FO1 uses. Pretty good rapid fire weapon, good for dishing out damage. Not really a good, I won't say good, like if you pair it with other weapons it's good, but not really the best in terms of getting a stun, but really just good for laying down some suppressive fire. So, really cool for the weapons there. There is our dodge roll. And yeah, let's do a bit more, so we can do a melee combo here. You just do that, go that. I mean, you should be able to just do really a typical stun into melee if you really wanted to with this suit. I'll try it on the Hama Hama, do that, go for a downswing, and you can always follow up for another downswing here. So yeah, weapons so far do look really good here. Let's see about the V-tail stabilizer for this suit here. And we'll jump up. As you can see here, you do gain increased attack damage while you are flying like that. And as you can see here, using the flight, and you do have, basically you have the mid-air melee skill, so we'll see. Actually, was that the mid-air? May have been the mid-air with the, no, because I think the ranged weapon does apply to this, so. Okay, nope, so you just gotta be a bit higher up in order to use it, it seems. So, yep, you do have a mid-air melee, so, yeah, really gonna be a useful thing there, especially if you're trying to deal with a flight suit. You could always use that to try and knock them out of the sky, so that's a really neat thing to have there. Yeah, other than that, yeah, it really does feel very similar to the, regular Mezzer outside of the, you know, this one hovers and it's a raid. It's really giving me the same vibes as that suit. And I can already hear the mines do fall a lot faster when you are in this state here. So you can use these to drop them on an enemy target, just kind of fly over and become some sort of bomber type unit there. So that's a really nice feature there. Okay, so you can't use this while boosting, so yeah, I think it looks like the only weapon you can probably use while doing the mid-air is still going to be the beam rifle, and I assume the Vulcans as well also, yeah, fall under this, so, yeah, it's the same thing with the regular Mezzer units. It's typically just the regular beam rifle that can be used during the flight, so, yeah, and the Vulcans as well, but yeah, mainly the beam rifle there, and then you get the mines as well, so really just something to keep in mind with what weapons are compatible with the flight skill and what aren't. But yeah, from what I'm seeing here, this does look like it's a pretty neat suit here. Gonna be interesting to see it used in the context of a raid unit, because yeah, I mean, I'm not even saying like it's like a weird thing. Obviously, I think at some point to differentiate the Mezzers, they were gonna make probably all of them different units, but it is that just suit does feel very similar to the General, the F01. So again, aside from some changes here, as I mentioned, I don't believe the F01 had a rapid beam rifle to my knowledge, and I don't think it has the grenade missile either. Like the grenade missile, I feel like for sure the F01 did not have. Pretty sure that, again, that goes for the rapid option as well. But, I mean, considering the F01 was a pretty good general, and even still is a pretty good general, still, I think the F02 here could be a pretty good raid unit to use. Again, really, if you just want something that's a bit more like a general type raid, that's really the vibes that I am getting from this unit. Kind of like something like how the Jim Quell is, how its playstyle is kind of like a general. At least that's how I've always kind of perceived it. So yeah, really cool here. Oh, that's interesting. So you have a normal, like, rolling dodge roll. Actually, that's like all of your dodges might actually be, yeah, normal rolls. So that's a very interesting choice there. They didn't give it like the sliding rolls that the, I feel like hovering suits tend to get. So really cool. Other detail there. But yeah, I feel like if you, you know, if you like the F01, or if you wanted the F01 but couldn't get it and want to get something kind of similar to it, then yeah, I do feel like this is a very competent suit to pick here. Let's see what the counter animation is for this suit. And if you do have a slashing melee as your counter animation there, so really cool there. So yeah, I guess if I can say anything about this, probably, you know, like, learning from the F01, you are going to be a bulky suit, and considering you're a raid as well, that is going to be something to watch out for. 650 is a cost that I've mentioned before has just a lot of really good generals, so yeah, I probably would recommend caution when using this suit. Another thing too is, making sure, how far you are away from the ground, because using the V-Tail Stabilizer skill is going to be really playing off of that. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it feels like it's going to be a pretty standard general type raid here. So yeah, really don't have too much else to say about it. Just try to get a few more damage numbers off here. See what we can do to a support. And yeah, a little over 2,000 to a support with the grenades. That is pretty neat there. And yeah, just gonna hop up here and give my last little words about this suit here. And really, like I said, I don't have too much else to say about it. Yeah, it does seem like a pretty good suit. Yeah, again, very similar to the F01, so I really don't have anything too special to say about this one. But, as I said earlier, if you did like the Mezzer F01 and you're looking for a raid that would be similar in playstyle to that, then yeah, I do feel like this suit here can be a pretty worthy competitor for that. Or I should say, a more worthy a candidate. I guess a competitor is if you want to compare this suit to the F01 and see which is better, the General or the Raid. I think both are going to be pretty well. The suit does have pretty good resistances and just some pretty balanced stats overall, so yeah, that's going to do it for this testing video here. Comment down below what you think about the Mezzer Type-F02. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.